I'd like to call the Site Plan Review Committee to order. Roll call, please, Terry.
Mayor Kadowski.
Here.
Gary Paul.
Present as usual.
Chris Atkinson.
Here.
Dale Quinn.
Here.
Dennis Persick.
Here.
Jim Pampern and Karowski are excused.
Please stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And please remember our men and women throughout the world in uniform. I have no changes to the agenda.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Action on the site plan review minutes from the regular meeting of August 4th.
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve those minutes as presented. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Action items 6A, action on a request by Spirit Halloween for proposed temporary signage located at 2401 South Oneida Street, Suite 301. Aaron.
The requested applicant, Spirit Halloween, temporary lease of the Shopko on South Oneida Street, is requesting 2 temporary signs that exceed our typical 4-week time limit for purposes of their Halloween costume store. On the application, they submitted for 2 temporary wall signs, each 60 square feet. On a site visit, I did notice that there are 3 signs out there on the north, east, and west elevations of the old Shopko building. Should you decide to approve, and we can only approve what was submitted. They submitted for 2 60 square foot signs. So should you go ahead and decide to approve those temporary signs, I would have a discussion with the applicant to let him know that only the 2 signs at 60 square feet each were approved, and he has to come into compliance with that approval or face repercussions, quite honestly.
Those signs are much larger, like 3 times the size of what we're approving here. Like Aaron said, there are 3 signs up. One sign that I measured is 96 by almost 40 feet. I did not go and measure, and that's the one facing Oneida Street. I did not go and measure the one in the back or the one on the north wall, but this is way beyond more than what we as a committee can approve. As Aaron said, we would approve 2 signs 3 feet by 20 feet. From there, it's going to be the subject or the obligation of staff in order to correct this problem. This is not allowed. We have another property that Aaron and I discussed is way over the limits within the village. We got to correct this for the simple reason, like Mary always said at our board meetings, if we let one have it, the next one's going to come and do the same thing.
What was the size of the ones down on the other place?
Those were 4 foot. You're talking about when I was on the far south end?
Yeah.
Those were either 4 by 8 or 4 by 10, I believe, in the past. Now, Aaron, is this the same company?
It's a different one. That's Halloween Express. That was in the old, I guess, by Dunham's, that area
Right.
there. So it's Halloween Express.
Yeah,
This is
that's in
Spirit.
front of the
They'll be
Armed
coming to us
Forces
for-
recruiting station there.
Mhm.
So that's not the same company?
Correct, it's a different one.
All right, this one, it was surprising. I went by there and I seen the signs, and then I got the packet here. I said, whoa, so then I went back and checked it. So I would go along with where Aaron's suggestion as 3 foot by 20 foot, 2 signs. But from there, we got an obligation to take care of the problem that will exist here.
Is that a motion?
I'll make that motion, yes.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve 2 wall signs for Spirit of Halloween, temporary wall signs of 3 foot by 20 foot. Any other discussion?
No, I'm good.
Yes?
Just a, would it be useful, or can we make this approval, put the condition on it that the other things have to be taken care of, or make a contingent on that, or would that not be right?
You can, it doesn't necessarily matter one way or another. Either way, we have to address the inconsistency with the code.
Okay, well, let's just keep it simple then.
Okay. So the motion is to approve 2 3 foot by 20 foot sign, temporary signage for Spirit of Halloween. All those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. 6B, action on a request for a 3rd wall sign for UNFI located at 451 Joannes Avenue. Aaron?
The requested 3rd wall sign is for it's UNFI, formerly the Super Value Warehouse on 451 Joannes Avenue. It took me a little bit to get through the packet to understand what exactly was being requested there. In the packet, you will notice that there are, I believe, 4 wall signs. Just want to point out, one of the wall signs is for A1, the separate office building on the corner, which is part of the same package. So this sign right here is for a separate building. So again, item A1. So that one is not subject to review by site plan review committee. That's just the standard wall sign for that one building. The next 3 wall signs are what are requested. So we have the one you see on the screen, the second one, and then this 3rd one, which would be in the south elevation. There is currently signage on all 3 elevations for Super Value, or there was, as evident in review of the site. The area is overwhelmingly industrial. A 3rd wall sign in this location would not impact any residential areas, and I believe would be consistent with what was approved in the past.
This again, going by the property. Aaron, I don't think that little ground mount sign on the lawn there, that is not something that is subject to this application here. But
That's correct.
That sign is already up.
Correct. That was just part of their sign,
Okay.
sign package.
You know, this property is so big, they could probably go again as big and you wouldn't notice the signs. I don't have any problem on the signage. I would make a motion to approve this the way it's presented. The problem I had, and I'm going to repeat myself from the last time this company was in front of us, is who owns that street? Johanna's Way, or Johanna Street, whatever.
I can double check with Doug to see if that's a village or city street. I know the boundaries in that area do get a little jockeyed.
Well, I'm going to bring up, and I'm repeating myself, what I said the last time. They got semi-trailers parked on both sides of that road, facing in 2 different directions. And the reason for the 2 different directions, they back door to back door, so they can jockey them in and out. Those trailers, not to say those trailers, but they use that street for parking. I'm 99% sure it's a village parking lot. If anything, that street should be dedicated to them so that the village is not responsible for anything on that street.
I can follow up on that.
It is being used for trailer parking. And the fellow that was here the last meeting kind of skipped around it, knowing what I was talking about. And, you know, if it's a village street, it's got to be policed as a village street. But it is not being used properly at the moment if it is a village street.
Okay, I'll follow up on that.
Okay. All right, I'll make the motion to approve the signage as presented.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the 3rd wall sign for UNFI. Any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Number 7, department reports.
We continue to be busy. Katie from our, one of our building inspectors is out on maternity leave, so hopefully she and her new baby are doing well. So Eric is very busy with inspections, keeping up with everything. In the meantime, we still see quite a bit of development activity in the village. So we're keeping our heads above water, but it's getting to the point where I'm actually processing sign permits now. So it's, no job is too small, so we'll
Good
keep
to hear.
working hard. In terms of future agenda items, I definitely anticipate agenda items for our next meeting, first Tuesday in September. I believe that's the first.
Yes.
September 1st. Okay. I need a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We are done.